Hi, my name is Nick. It's Monday, June 25. It's 10:15 p.m. in the Netherlands, Central European time. We're looking at the market and the developments in Firstcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin first. Up about 1.5, Ethereum up 1, EOS up 2 and a little bit, Bitcoin Cash up 1.2, Litecoin up 3.5, Ethereum Classic up 5%, and then we have Ripple just about the same, or better, unchanged. Tron unchanged, Dash down 1, and Ontology up 10. So let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a bit at a critical point when we look at today's chart, and we see we started at 6,200 and went down a little bit to 6,100 around here, and then we jumped up to 6,003 and went slightly down to 6,002.7 where we are now, or 6,270, I must say. When we look at the 7-day chart, then we see that we are at a kind of support level on a very short term support level, 6,000 here, 6,001. But I wanted to show you this. This is the chart for this month from June 5th to now. And then you can see that we are in a downward trend. I mean, just for this period, of course. We are even in a longer downward trend up from the very top of 19,000, 20,000. And we are not out of that downward trend for a while. But as of now, this is a critical point. Here you see a downward trend line, a resistance line, and you can see that that started about the beginning of this month, June 5, June 8, and the price has already jumped a couple of times here and here, tried to break this downward resistance line, this downward trend line, and it did not succeed. And when it did about 1 to 3 times, or you can even say this point as well, 3 or 4 times, then it went further down to where we are now, or better, where we were a little bit earlier, around 6,000. Then it went back up, and now you can see we are there as well. You see it jump through the line already. I mean, these are just small movements. They don't have much significance unless it goes together with a lot of volume and it succeeds in doing that all at once. But you see it did not succeed, and it's still bouncing against this line. If the price will go through this line in an upward direction, then the chance is there are very good chances that we move higher. But if it doesn't, the chances are much higher that we will go even further down. And when we go further down, then you can see that would mean that we would go here like 5.3, 5.5, or even 4.5. That's the next support levels. But you can see this is also a level where there is quite a bit of support. So let's hope this holds and that this price succeeds in breaking out of this downward trend. But you can see it's not only this downward trend, it's the much larger downward trend, which is about parallel to the smaller one. I mean, it would be close. We have to look at another chart again. So let's look at what happens here first to see what the market will do, because if Bitcoin goes up, then the whole market goes up, as you know. Interesting also, you can see the rest of it is a bit in line with Bitcoin, about up 2, up 1, up 2.5, up 1.5, up 4. Ethereum Classic is interesting. When we look at the one-day chart of Ethereum Classic, then we see we went up from 14.7 to now 15.7. And when we look at the 1 month chart, or better the 3 month chart, then you can see here we have a support level at 13. The price went up, broke out of this downward trend line. It didn't have enough power to continue, so it moved down again, along with the downward jump of Bitcoin, the small downward jump from Bitcoin today. And it went up with the Bitcoin as well, but you can see that it didn't go all the way down, so there's a higher low point here. It means, which is a positive, so the chances are better that this price will continue to rise. I mean, it will all depend on Bitcoin, of course, because the whole market just moves with the price of Bitcoin. So this is interesting. If we look at Firstcoin, then we see today's chart 3, a little bit higher, down to 2.5, a jump up, and now we are at 2.9. You see the volume 3,600, not very much, but it's positive that it stays at this level. As you can see, we were a high about 7 cents here. Actually, that was actually a bit higher, but as long as we don't go down to this 1 cent, and even there is some support. We are waiting, of course, for the concrete developments in Firstcoin. I have been filling out a lot of forms today for Firstcoin. As you probably know, that the owner has been promising extra coins and extra distributed some extra money to all the existing distributors. So that is all that's all being arranged right now. So that's very positive, and as soon as the more concrete steps in the new plan will be made official, then we will probably see a jump up in price, as the perspective for Firstcoin will look better as soon as this will be announced. It's still a bit of a gamble, but on the other hand, maybe a good level to take another smaller position. At this price level, you can buy a lot of coins, and if it will all continue and go on with the positive developments in which we are now, then this might be a very, very interesting level to take some position. But as you know, this is not financial advice. It's my opinion. It's what I am doing. So as of now, that's it for today, June 25. I will keep you posted for in any development, and I'll probably talk to you again either tomorrow or the day after. That's it for today. Thank you very much.